Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Action has already started. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference there. Hernandez did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And here's Mbappe. He's gone for goal! It's anyone's ball now. That'll be a throw. It's really well cleared. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tries for a long way out. Oh, a very decent attempt. Beckham. And the shot! Goal! Gremio! And Gremio are in front. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So the game's first significant moments. It's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Marquinhos. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Chooses to go back. Aubameyang. Good running, strong and purposeful. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. Shoots! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, he's played it in. Great chance! Goal! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take... Doku! Doku! That is delicious! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And he's got what he came for, his 20th goal. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Gremio get themselves into the lead. Halfway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Camavinga. Can he finish? And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Melbourne City with the corner. They're first. There's the header! Decent enough try. And it's Neves. Now it's Aubameyang. Merino. Messi.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Camavinga. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And here's Aubameyang. Messi. Shot goal! Now first to this. Engages and forces him off the ball. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's clever. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. That's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Messi. Just eases him off the ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And that is expertly dealt with. And he was alert to it. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. Merino. Messi.
Oh, this looks sharp. Doku. That's a sharp pass. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
The message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Grêmio are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here.
Substituição no time do Grêmio. Camisa 15.
Here's the start of the second
Vai ser
half.
substituído pelo jogador.
Grêmio
Camisa
come out this half somewhat
10.
altered.
Substituição.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Pass is intercepted. João Neves does have an assist to his name. And it's Messi. Looking for a runner. And this is Bebeto. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Yeah, it all looks so promising until unexpected sloppiness intervened.
And he's intervened well there. Can he get on the end of this? Let's a look and place it forward. He's through here. Aubameyang is onto this. Guardiola. Mbappe given the lift of his goal. And here's Watkins. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ball's gone astray. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking for the run. Now it's Aubameyang. Can they get him away? Messi. That's good running with the ball. And here's Watkins. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Messi. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And the return pass. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's been played through. Really well taken goal. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
no time do Grêmio. Camisa
Grêmio
9.
can make their change
Camisa
now with a
7.
break in play.
Deixando o campo
So
para
the
a
lead now
entrada
is
de
2.
camisa
The crowd are
23.
calling for this to be put to bed.
Camisa
There's little
22.
sympathy about.
Camisa
Promising
21.
position. Messi. Grêmio are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Neves. Threads one in. Messi.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ball is over the line. Baresi. Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. Oh, well played, well played. Mbappe. And Guardiol. Played over towards the opposite flank.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Messi. He's in plenty of space here. Terrific header! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
And how decisive might that prove, Peter? It really would have put the wind in their sails if they were just one down as opposed to two.
João Neves. Mbappe. That should get the job done. That's going to go a long way. Back in possession and ready to go again. And it's Messi. Oh, good take in a good area. Cleared without hesitation. And it's Neves. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. That's tidy. Played into the middle.
That's good defensive concentration.
Now Eder Militao. And he's picked it up out wide. Cross goes in there. And it's hoisted clear. Cleared without complication. That's the throw. Rodri. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Eder Militao. Now here's the shot!
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
And he thumps it clear. That was good alertness. João Neves has a shot! And that is the last effort of the game. Grêmio can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Senhoras e
The game
senhores,
yet to kick
sejam
off. The
bem-vindos à
excitement's
partida de
already
hoje.
palpable.
Grêmio e
Well, it
Palmeiras.
looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway. Alessandro Costa Curta. Doesn't have what we call a concept centre-back physique, does he?
No, but his game is...
And the shots! Well, now it's a run.
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Calderas finding themselves unexpectedly behind. He's looking wide. That's a cute ball. Will play through for the wide man. Now, can they get him away? Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. He's intervened well there. Zico. Rivaldo. And here's Eto'o. He's chosen to go back. And he shoots! It's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And that could set him on his way. Mbappe gets into a good position. Maradona. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Now it's Mbappe. David Villa. And it's Rivaldo. Beckham. Doku. Doku. Now it's Messi. He's through here. Plenty to aim at. He shot, surely! And it's come back out to him. Goal! Grêmio! Into the lead once more. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the
Aos
keeper should
22
have done a lot
minutos do
better.
primeiro tempo, pelo jogador,
And now he has
camisa 8.
two. Grêmio got themselves into the lead. Merino. Now it's Doku. He has found the way through. Sanchez gets the foot in and wins the ball. Costa Curta. David Villa. And it's Rivaldo. Beckham on a hat-trick. What do you think that'll mean to him, Jim?
I think it'll mean a huge amount to him. The way he's been playing, I fully expect him to turn his 2 goals into 3. His appetite has been brilliant, and he totally merits a third.
He looks a really hungry player right now. David Villa receives it in a good position. Takes a shot! And yes, it's there! They're level in H. Rice.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up. I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of the role there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation. I mean, he's never going to miss that.
This is quite a battle.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Rivaldo, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Maldini. Now Costa Curta. Can he get it through? Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that.
Oh, eu tô jogando assim.
There they go, hunting again.
And that pass has been well intercepted. Oh, good read. Out to the left it goes. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Maldini. Zico. Rijkaard. That's Villa. Nicely intercepted.
Hello.
He could be shapes to shoot. There it is. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? And the finish! No mistake! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly have time to even react. There's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So all square and not for the... Now we've reached half-time. Gremio are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Substituição no time do Grêmio. Camisa 7, camisa 21.
As the whistle ends to
Deixando o
start the
campo
second
para a
half.
entrada de camisa 22, camisa
Palmeiras
18.
have got it back and they'll have another go. Gremio do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Now it's Villa, and this is Eto. Eto has alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Nice interception, well timed. Looking for a runner. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Great defending, strong and determined. David Villa. Zico. Zico will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Beckham. Nice looking ball. Beckham is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Messi. And Now the breakaway. Good running, strong and purposeful. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Messi. Searching pass he's played there. Costa Curta. Somewhat off target. Quarter of an hour into the second half. And it's Messi. Oh, nice touch. Costa Curta defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Gremio perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Rivaldo. It's Rivaldo! And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well.
And the shot! And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Kukçu is the team's great visionary. That's been cut out, well played. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
E aí, mano?
Substituição
mostra aí.
no time do Grêmio. Camisa 15, camisa 9, camisa 8.
Shot could be on.
Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 10,
For a goal kick.
camisa 23, camisa 28. Substituição em andamento.
Looking to play him in. Oh, that's a good one. He's having a shot! Goal! Gremio! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. That is Stelter!
Ali foi sorte técnica.
Lovely feet. And it's Neymar.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. That has not gone well. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Kukçu. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Kukçu unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Sharp little ball here.
Quase, senhor.
Tonali. Rivaldo. Neymar. That pass isn't the best. He's quick to get it clear again.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Oh, it's a great ball. Decent chance! Deftly away.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Oh, Red, nice interception. Maldini. Let's Batistuta.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
And they've got Red. Ricky Pooch. Right into his path. Bebeto and Bebeto! The whistle has gone and it is all over. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this...
Aí, meu time, ó. Tô tentando pegar a primeira divisão, mano. Tem só hoje pra jogar ainda. Não, eu que tenho pouco tempo pra jogar mesmo. Hoje eu tô de folga. E aí, Evarista? Boa. Valeu.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch
Só não vale goleada.
any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And that gets things running.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, DJ. He's so physically dominant. Such a...
It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. That's going to go a long way. Now it's Cruyff. Lovely feet. Cruyff! It's a loose ball. Can he stop it going out? Has a look up and drives it forward. Here's Foden. Here's a shot! He's missed it.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
He's had it taken off him. Can they get him away? That's Van Basten. Now it's Foden. Knocks it out wide. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Del Piero. Opts for safety. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Cruyff. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Ended up in no man's land. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
It could be in here. No joy this time.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Doku. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he can clear it away. He's gone for goal! With their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Now it's Rodri. Borussia Dortmund are looking to go forward now. That interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And this is Picasso. He's having a shot! Goal! Gremio! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish. And I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
This looks promising. Tries to play it through. That's a brilliant interception. Merino. Can he get it through? He has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
The keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Foden plays it short. Foden, and there's the shot! Just off target.
Foden really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Here's Foden. Lam. And here's Van Basten. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Cruyff gets flagged offside. Done delicately.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
No, he's just misjudged that one. Looking for a run-up. Chips it through. Doku! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Doku really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's their second corner of the game. It's a mighty effort! And now a sudden chance to counter. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run
Foram
and not get
indicados
picked out.
2 minutos de acréscimo.
Bullet. And that has put paid to that. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Gremio are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good.
Atenção, proprietário do carro azul estacionado em frente ao portão do estádio. Favor retirar o veículo. Ele está prestes a ser
So
guinchado.
off we go once more. A solitary goal. That has made the crucial difference. Beckham. Looking for the run. And that's well seen too. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. It's a good spell of possession, this. And that's another good win of the ball. And it's Lam. Foden. Oh, important interception.
Puta.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Knocks it into space. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, what a ball! Borussia Dortmund trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Messi, who does have an assist to his name. He's found a way through. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Borussia Dortmund needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Oh, that's neat. Costa Curta stood his ground strongly. Turns and goes, but shapes the shots! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Beckenbauer clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Substituição no time do Grêmio.
Number
Camisa
2
10,
then.
camisa 15,
Short.
camisa 9, camisa
Sancho
7,
gets rid without
camisa
sophistication.
8. Deixando o
Aubameyang.
campo para a entrada de camisa 18, camisa 21,
Attempts which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
camisa
He's never the
28,
type to turn down the
camisa
challenge, is he?
22. Substituição em andamento.
You can never be short of runners in the space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
So, third corner of the game. Griezmann with the short one. Beckenbauer. Shot it goal!
Caralho, o goleiro tá pegando tudo.
Done ever so well.
Beckenbauer is offering a wry smile there.
Borussia Dortmund get their fourth corner. Deftly away. Ah, such a clever touch. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
It's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough and he knows it.
Já
Toure
tirei
deals
isso.
with that comfortably. Tries to pass it through. Now here's the delivery. Up it goes. There's the shot!
Gremio surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most
Cara,
teams would be
que
taking the
fenomenal.
easier defensive route by
Agora
now.
muito. Levei.
And he welcomes it in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He's seen that early. Used
Ah,
it.
toma.
Chance! It's in! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on. The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think
This has gone, that's foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be a big far post.
And straight into the wall. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Nunez absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
There's a probing ball. And the through ball. Casillas claims comfortable.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Nicely shaped ball. Sports official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now he's got space here. He's gone all the way through to the keeper. Now what about a counter-attack? And the referee brings it to a close.
Valeu aí, mano.
Decent game of football that, intense, intriguing, and both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated.
Jogão, jogão. Se puder seguir aí. Não, hoje ele tava pegando tudo.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Samuel Eto'o, Jim, one of Africa's all-time greats.
Easily amongst the best ever, Peter. Powerful, prolific, pure class. There wasn't a defender in Europe who didn't fear this guy.
And reclaimed it in a trice. That looks a decent ball. Is somewhat less than ideal.
Romeo clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Bebeto. Merino. Gremio have got it back and they'll have another go. It's Ronaldinho. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Bebeto. Searching pass he's played there. That has been knocked clear. It's a lovely Out to the right. He is just caressing them. And the shot! And Iker Casillas somehow saves it. Moreirense with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Hernandez is there, and he can get that clear. And it's Davids. And now they can spring out of defence. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gremio, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Beckham did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Ronaldinho is behind this one.
Well, this is his opportunity to make the stage his own here.
Ronaldinho! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Messi. That has been cut short. It's clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rodri. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. And it's Messi. Applies the finish! That's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Chips it through. Well read, nice interception. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Beckham.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Goal! Gremio! And there is his 30th goal. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
A 1-0 lead established.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Messi.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, this looks sharp. It's run loose here. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. And it's Messi. Messi running with the ball. Messi. No way through. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Messi. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Teremos
Messi.
minuto de acréscimo.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Ronaldinho. Nice defending, physical and effective. And they've got rid. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Premier in at half-time with a slender one-goal win. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Premier definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Ronaldinho. And it's Messi. Off face. And Messi!
Messi just dropped the shoulder to engineer the feint. Now he'll have to shoulder the blame.
He's there to retrieve it. Beckham. And he's forced to go back. Rodri. He's well positioned here. Messi! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
He's had a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 2 then. Moreirense have the chance to go the other way. Beckham pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Eto'o works it out wide. Roberto Carlos. Roberto, it's a mighty effort! It's a goal! They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Substituição no time do Grêmio. Camisa
We've got
10,
changes here from both sides, in
camisa
fact.
9,
And that has
camisa
added a
7.
whole new complexion to the
Deixando o
game.
campo para a
Well, this is
entrada
to be
de
expected, Peter, when
camisa
you've got two
18,
strong teams of fairly
camisa
equal standing.
21,
The outcome
camisa
should all come down to
20,
finishing.
camisa
That is good
22.
pressure, just hounded him off it.
Substituição em andamento.
Sharp pass. Well, they could break here. Played through for him. Well timed, excellent interception. Premio perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Looking for the run. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
No, that was never going to make it. Moreirense appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Kupchu is the team's great visionary. That's gone loose. Knocks it into space. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Grêmio have it back and can go again. Now it's Eto. And it's Roberto Carlos. Rodri cuts it out. Azar. Great vision. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Looking to play him in.
Grêmio clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
He's found a way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Beckham. Rodri. Kukçu. That's good running with the ball. Played out to the right. Now it's Kukçu. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Mbappe receives him in a wide position. Beckham pressing high and with purpose. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Cute ball, they'll happily reach it. He's having a shot! Goal! Grêmio! And they've got their lead back.
Oh, Peter, it's a lovely piece of deception in shaping to whack it and then opting for a lovely little lob.
Grêmio go into the lead.
Oh, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
Oh, super find. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Grêmio can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Salve, salve, salve aí, man.
Substituição no time do Grêmio. Camisa 8. Vai ser substituído pelo jogador camisa 44. Foram indicados 4 minutos de
Gets a foot in
acréscimo.
here. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Great ball if he can get there. Cruyff. Moreirense do have a chance to counter here. Nicely worked. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. 4 added minutes on the board.
Tô tentando pegar a primeira divisão, mano. Mas adiciona aí. É hora de choque.
They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We have already started here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I think an awful lot has been said already about this guy, Federico Chiesa. He's capable of playing in all forward positions, and I like the way he looks in more fluid systems, which often play without a designated number 9.
Decent chance! Oh, nearly. Oh, terrible mistake.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tadic knocks it into space, chooses to go back, tries a shot! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Casemiro. Now it's Martinez. And Martinez! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Botafogo with the corner. There first. Hernandez. And he's had it hit! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Botafogo have their second corner now. Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. Botafogo have their third corner. They've played it short. Chiesa, he's had a shot! Brilliant! He's got himself an absolute peach. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And he's picked out the run. There's the shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, that wasn't far away. Corner number 4 coming up here. And now they can spring out of defence. Good ball, good take. That's tidy. Great run on the overlap here. Incoming to... Oh, what a fly! Header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
That's the throw. Here's Mbappe. Pau Torres.
Gremio are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
That's an imaginative pass. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Marino. A heavy challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And he cuts out the supply. Vicious ball here. Oh, red. Nice interception. And we're not going to make any further progress now. Rodri. They've got it again. Distributed tidily. Messi. Pass somewhat off target. Tadic. Beckham. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's a Babia. Now it's Mbappe. Can he get it through? And he plays one through. Chiesa, given the lift of his goal. That looks a cracking ball. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And here's Haaland. They're up to 5 corners now. Chiesa plays it short. Goes for a shot! Decent enough try.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then. There they go, punting again.
Ball's gone out of play. And it's Casemiro. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Merino. This is promising.
Indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Crunching tackle. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Will play through for the wide man. Skriniar gets it clear. The referee brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Substituição no time do Grêmio. Camisa 9. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 10. Camisa 23.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And here's Mbappe. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, that's a key interception. Rosicki. Now it's Mbappe. And he's on his way, and the shots! Taken with style. They have done it. They have their equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the... Haaland! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner count is rising. That's 6. Chiesa with the short one. He is just caressing the ball. It's a lucky 7th corner. Chiesa is short. Well, the corners keep on coming. This is their 8th of the game now. And it's been taken short.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Botafogo really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Well, they are up to their 9th corner of the game now.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Gremio are looking to go forward now. Looking to play it in. Let's make sure that's not getting through.
Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
Now this could be a real chance! Goal! Gremio! And the comeback is complete! That was easy. Almost too easy.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Gremio go into the lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
That was a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Tadic and Martinez! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Substituição no time do Grêmio.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to
Camisa
use it.
7, camisa 8, deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 18, camisa 22,
Just off target.
camisa
He did so well to get
28,
himself there. What a
substituição.
good effort.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And here's Haaland. He's well positioned here. Haaland! Oh, just wide.
He overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Tadic receives it in a wide position. Ah, lovely Phidias. Goes for the shot! Goes for goal! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Big header! Sticks it away! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it is a very good finish. And I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
quickly the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
This is quite a battle.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Teremos uma substituição.
Botafogo can make their change now with a break in play. And here's Haaland.
Though you just love the level of intensity here. Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
It's Bebeto. Great defending, strong and determined. Just 5 minutes left. He's felt that, hasn't he? And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. It's Casemiro.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
It's Chiesa. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Shoots! Desperate defending required here. He gets big. Averted for
Foram
now.
indicados 6 minutos de acréscimo.
Luis Araujo. Matheus Cunha. And here's Haaland. Now this chance! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Hernandez gets across to intercept that. Chiesa. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Just showed optimistic. He's intervened well there. Well see, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Here's Felsogo. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's away we go then.
It's always a pleasure to see Paolo Maldini take to the pitch.
So would say anyone who understands the defender's art.
Well, bias comes easy for me.
And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Looking to play him in. Now it's Yamal. Oh, just can he finish? Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Defending of the desperate variety. And now they can spring out of defence. Rodri. That's gone loose. And this is Hazard. Shot! Oh! What a wonderful goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods. And that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Premio finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Yamal gets into a good position. Very nicely done. Conte. Oh, good spread. Gets into some space. And he's there to clear it. Merino. Looking for a run-up. That's a shade optimistic. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
Premio are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Goes cross-field.
That's a great ball cross-field.
Guti. Guti charging forward, the ball at his feet. Can he get it through? Messi. Alex Marino. Doku. Doku showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That has been cut short. Him back. Belletti. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Premio are looking to break at pace. Beckenbauer. Guti. It's good running with the ball. Oh, it's beyond the defence. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Premio present their opponents with the best possible chance here. The chance to pull further clear. And Iker Casillas somehow saves it. It's their second corner of the game. Decent enough try.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Hernandez. It's a sharp little ball here. And it's Messi. Cannavaro cuts it out. Hazard has created one goal already. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good for him.
And it's Bebeto, foot in. Hazard. And Jamal, now looking to orchestrate a counter. And he was quick to react. Nice looking ball. Facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Now, can they get him away? Beckham. Great defending, strong and determined. Guti. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's a searching pass. There could be trouble here. Chance for a shot! Goal! Premier are back in business. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is
That is Scooter! And he's done it! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
that's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Belletti.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That is expertly dealt with. Doku, the specialist in tearing teams apart.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
And he thumps it clear. Messi pinches it off him. Conte, and that interception was most necessary. He's got away. Shot, surely! A really close save, and the last action of the first half. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control.
Daí, maninho, eu tô jogando querendo subir pra primeira divisão, mano.
It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Substituição no time do Grêmio. Camisa 10. Camisa 9. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 18. Camisa
Second half
20.
gets underway.
Premier really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Good looking ball. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Premier do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Baresi did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Guti. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Doku was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Nicely shaped ball. Hazard. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Gremio really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Batistuta stood his ground strongly. Hazard. So what can they make of this? Almost an hour gone.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Guti unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Hazard. And here's Batistuta. And he's being shifted off it. Vicious ball here. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Oh, super find. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
Oi. Alô. Não. Nada.
Um ataque feio, isso aqui.
Eu tenho o número 1 no ataque. Agora eu tenho o número 5.
Olha.
Até não vai lá, ganhando as faixas assim.
Substituição no time do Grêmio. Camisa 15. Camisa 7.
Que assim que você já vai lá, destaque, pega bem no meio, vai lá de cima e vai lá embaixo.
Para a entrada dele.
A Frederica sentiu, então ele ganhou no 5.
Camisa 28. Camisa 14. Teremos uma substituição.
There's the clearance. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Rodri. Ødegaard. Tries to pass it through.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Maldini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And it's Ødegaard.
Gremio really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
He's had a shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
So, third corner of the game. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Szoboszlai, and the shot! Superb from Szoboszlai! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Ronaldinho goes steaming forward. Ødegaard.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. Szoboszlai tries to play it through. David Villa showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Conte. Santander clearly now in lead preservation mode. Well seen, saw that coming. That was
Foram
well played.
indicados 2
Well stopped.
minutos de acréscimo.
2 minutes to be added on. Now it's Szoboszlai. Oh, that's a decent ball. Hernandez clears. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are...
Chega, chega, chega.